Getting to your bug-out location is only half the battle. The real challenge? Living there without anyone knowing you exist. This is the art of invisibility, a crucial skill for survival in a world where drawing attention could mean drawing danger. It's not just about blending into the environment, but also about minimizing evidence of your presence, controlling noise, light, and even smell. It's about leaving no trace, moving without leaving tracks, and maintaining security without giving yourself away. And above all, it's about adopting a gray man mindset, becoming so unremarkable that you become invisible. So, let's dive into how to stay invisible in your bug-out camp, from choosing the right spot, to cooking, moving, and even sleeping, without drawing attention, because if people find your camp, you may not survive long enough to use it. First things first, you need to stay away from obvious spots. When it comes to survival, visibility is your enemy. You want to be out of sight, out of mind. That means avoiding areas near roads, trails, or water sources heavily used by others. These are the first places people will look. Instead, you want to seek out natural cover. Look for dense brush, ridges, or areas with broken sight lines. These locations are often overlooked, making them ideal for setting up a stealthy camp. The goal is to blend in, to become a part of the landscape rather than a disturbance within it. Speaking of disturbances, avoid leaving any signs of your presence. Broken branches, footprints, even a visible shelter can give you away. The less you disturb the environment, the less likely someone is to notice you're there. You might be thinking, what if I find the perfect spot but it's not exactly convenient? Remember, convenience is not your friend in this scenario. A comfortable, easy-to-access camp is a visible camp. It might take a little extra work to set up in a less accessible location, but the payoff is worth it. Finally, keep in mind the golden rule of stealth camping. If you can see a path, someone can see you. Your camp should be hidden from all directions, not just the most likely ones. This means you need to think about visibility from above as well as from all sides. Remember, if you can see a path, someone can see you. Now that you've chosen the perfect location, let's talk about your shelter. Bidding goodbye to bright tents is a smart first step. Instead, opt for camouflage tarps or natural debris shelters. Earth tone setups are also great at blending in seamlessly with the surroundings. Remember, the lower the profile of your shelter, the better. Your setup shouldn't rise above the natural line of sight. Seasonal camouflage is another crucial factor. In the spring, think green. In the autumn, mimic the hues of fallen leaves. Winter, go for white or gray. And let's not forget about the reflective blankets. They're fantastic for keeping you warm, but they're not your best friend when it comes to staying hidden. These shiny blankets can be seen from miles away at night, so use them inside your shelter, not on the outside. Pro tip, use reflective blankets inside, not outside. They shine like beacons at night. Cooking is a necessity, but it can also give you away if you're not careful. The key to remaining undetected lies not only in how you prepare your meals, but also what you cook, and when you choose to do it. Smoke is a dead giveaway of your presence. It rises high into the sky and can be seen from miles away. Therefore, it's crucial to opt for smokeless fires. Methods like the Dakota firehole, rocket stoves, or fuel tabs are your best friends in this situation. They provide the heat you need without broadcasting your location to the world. Size and scent of your meals matter too. Large meals produce more smoke, and strong-smelling foods can attract unwanted attention. So keep your meals small and try to avoid foods with potent smells whenever possible. Timing is another crucial factor. Try to schedule your cooking during times when the wind can disperse any smoke quickly. This usually happens when the wind is strongest, often in the mid-afternoon. This way, even if you do produce a bit of smoke, it's less likely to linger and give away your position. In the wild, remember this golden rule. Smell travels farther than sound. Even if your camp is silent as a grave, the aroma of cooking food can still give you away. So always be mindful about what, when, and how you're cooking. Remember, smell travels farther than sound. Noise can be a dead giveaway of your location. The simple act of speaking, the clattering of cookware, or the rustling of plastic can carry further than you might think, especially during the night when sound travels further. It's crucial to maintain a low noise profile. This means speaking softly, avoiding the clanging of metal, and replacing hard containers with soft ones that don't make noise when you handle them. Now, let's talk about the importance of communication in silence. In a bug-out camp, unnecessary chatter can be a risk. Instead, consider adopting a system of hand signals. This can be an effective way to communicate with your group without making a sound. It might take some time to learn, but it's an invaluable skill in maintaining noise discipline. Remember, in the wilderness, silence is your ally. The quieter you are, the longer you last. Light can be both a friend and a foe in a survival situation. In the darkness of the wilderness, a single light source can be seen from miles away, revealing your location to anyone who might be looking. Therefore, it's crucial to exercise light discipline in your bug-out camp. Firstly, avoid open flames that are visible from a distance. The glow from a campfire can be seen for miles on a dark night. Instead, consider using red filter flashlights or glow sticks. These produce minimal light bleed and are less likely to give away your position. Should you need to use a lantern, consider applying blackout cloths or tarps around them to confine the light to a smaller area. This will help limit the visibility of your light sources from afar. To assess how well you are managing your light discipline, here's a simple test. Walk 100 yards from your camp. If you can see any light, so can others. Waste management is crucial in a survival situation. You might think it's just trash, right? Wrong. Discarded waste can be a glaring beacon pointing straight to your camp. First and foremost, human waste needs to be buried properly. Always bury it at least 200 feet away from any water source to prevent contamination. Now let's talk about your trash. Don't just toss it around. Burn it if you can, or better yet, pack it out with you. Leaving wrappers, cans, or any other rubbish lying around is a surefire way to draw unwanted attention. Finally, pay attention to smells. A camp that smells like a dump is not only unpleasant but also a magnet for wild animals and potential looters. Keeping your camp smelling neutral is an essential part of maintaining your invisibility. Remember, trash piles are like neon signs for looters and animals. Tracks and trails can lead others right to your doorstep. This is a risk you must actively manage. The key is to be unpredictable and invisible. Varying your entry and exit points to your camp can play a significant role in keeping your location secret. This way you don't create noticeable patterns that can be traced back to you. Covering your tracks is another crucial tactic. Use leaves, branches, or any other natural materials to conceal your footprints. This may seem tedious, but it's an essential part of maintaining your invisibility. And here's a pro-survivalist tip. If possible, travel during rain. The rain acts as a natural eraser, washing away your footprints, making it harder for anyone to follow your trail. But what's the golden rule? Don't create a beaten path to your camp. Remember, your survival depends on your ability to blend with your surroundings and be as untraceable as possible. Security is crucial, but it doesn't have to give you away. The key is to defend without drawing attention. Consider using silent perimeter alarms. Fishing lines rigged with cans can serve as a basic alarm system. If you're fortunate to have power, motion detectors are a solid option, but remember, alarms aren't useful if you're not alert. Keep a lookout rotation. It's essential to have someone on watch, but avoid drawing attention. Use binoculars or scopes from within your shelter instead of standing on a hilltop for all to see. Dogs can also be a great warning system. Their heightened senses can detect intruders long before we can, but be mindful of barking. Train your dog to alert you quietly, or their warning bark could give your location away. These methods are all about balance. Yes, you need to defend your camp, but doing so loudly or obviously might attract more trouble than it wards off. So, build your defenses wisely. Let the landscape do the heavy lifting. Use natural barriers and avoid obvious man-made fortifications. Remember, the goal is to stay invisible. Every decision you make should serve that purpose. Your security measures need to be effective, but they also need to be discreet. Invisibility is your best defense, and it's a defense that doesn't give you away. Balance. Defend quietly. Don't advertise your presence with obvious barriers. Water is life, but collecting it can draw unwanted attention. It's crucial to maintain a low profile when it comes to water collection. Setting up camp right next to a river or a lake might seem convenient, but it's also likely to attract more traffic. Instead, opt for a location that's a little off the beaten path. When it's time to collect water, do so discreetly. Use containers that blend in with the environment and transport them back to your camp concealed. This could mean using a camouflaged water carrier or even just a plain unmarked bottle. Once you're back at camp, that's when you should purify your water. Boiling, filtration, or chemical treatments can all be done in the relative safety of your hidden abode. Remember, don't linger in high-traffic areas. The less time you spend visibly collecting water, the less likely you are to be spotted. Invisibility is as much about mindset as it is about tactics. In the world of the gray man, this holds truer than ever. In a bug-out camp, you're not just hiding from sight, but also from the minds of potential threats. Your actions, habits, even your possessions, they all speak volumes about you. It's your job to ensure they whisper, not shout. Take hoarding, for instance. It's a natural impulse in survival situations. But in the gray man's world, it's a neon sign advertising your presence. So, keep your valuables hidden, stashed away where prying eyes can't spot them. Then, there's the matter of social interactions. It's human nature to boast, to trade, to interact. But remember, every word you utter, every item you trade, paints a target on your back. So, unless it's absolutely safe, keep interactions to a minimum. Lastly, always assume you're being watched. Even if you don't see them, assume eyes are on you. This constant vigilance might seem exhausting, but it's the bedrock of the gray man mindset. It keeps you on your toes, ensures you're always thinking about how to blend in, how to become part of the scenery. Remember, the goal here isn't to stand out. It's to melt into the background, to become as unremarkable, as forgettable as possible. Because in the end, the less remarkable you are, the more invisible you become. Survival is not just about being prepared, it's about being invisible. Let's recap the crucial elements we've discussed today. Firstly, opting for a stealth location that keeps you out of sight and out of mind. Secondly, creating a shelter that seamlessly blends in with the environment. Thirdly, cooking discreetly without signaling your presence. Fourthly, maintaining strict noise discipline at all times. Fifthly, surviving the darkness with minimal light exposure. Sixthly, leaving no trace of your existence. Seventhly, avoiding creating habitual tracks and trails. Next, we discussed ensuring security without giving yourself away. Then came the art of collecting water without attracting attention. And lastly, cultivating the gray man mindset, where you blend in so well that you become unremarkable and hence invisible. Remember, the key to survival is not just in preparing, but in mastering the art of invisibility.